Such a unique position for those guys that finish the game to be put in. What did you think about the way that they were able to kind of close that one out last night?
Yeah, I mean, got a little closer than we would have liked, but it's good game pressure. I mean, the scoreboard's on. We're trying to win the game regardless of who's out there or what the circumstance is. And those guys competed, and I thought the plays down the stretch, especially Us and O, had a great block. Jack White had a great block. Good under out of bounds Z at the end. Those guys did a good job of executing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about those blocks, just to be physically prime. It's one thing to stay mentally ready, but also you're sitting there for a long time. For them to be physically ready to actually make those plays, just your thoughts on that aspect of it.
Yeah, professionalism. You got to be ready to go at any time. We try to deploy our players when they can help the team, and that sometimes, we had the game last year where Wiggins didn't play till the fourth quarter and then closed the quarter against Phoenix. We've had examples of that where we've used guys end a quarter, so we're trying to develop that mentality across the roster.
You mentioned Jack White. Just what do you see from him in these settings, and how can he impact your team?
Great team guy, great teammate first and foremost, great motor, plays very hard. And bouncy athlete. He can switch out on the floor. Obviously, the block showed, that he can pop off the floor a little bit, but has made a great impression with just his approach, his character, and how team-oriented he is.
From Ooze in general, not just in last night's game, he had a couple of plays where he really popped offensively, but just in training camp in general, what is he showing you so far?
Improved system skills on offense is definitely one. I think he did a good job with his body over the summer. He's stronger on his drives. He's still needs to get stronger on his actual finishes, but he's getting to spots on the floor that I didn't think he could get to last year. And same thing defensively. Physicality defensively, he's able to guard out on the floor. So he's improved his entire game. He's had a 6-month off season. He worked really hard at it. And like I said last night, if you zoom out and you look at where he was a year ago and where he is now, it's a lot different.
This year, it seems like you guys have a lot more versatility you can go to on both ends of the floor. Like, you don't have to have Chet guarding Wemby last night. You can use J-Dub, and then you can have Kaysen pick up a guy full court. Do you get a little bit excited just thinking about the endless possibilities you guys can go to?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly unlocks different versions of the team. It allows us to do different things. We try to stay open-minded to all that stuff, and when you have versatile players, it allows you to do that, without much constraint. And so we welcome that, and it's a credit to the guys. They can do a lot of different things, and even for young players, they have the capacity to do a lot of different things, because that's an underrated component of that. It's not just physical.
I think Kaysen picking up guys full court, was that a him thing? Was that you guys wanting to see what he could do with that?
I mean, we give those guys freedom on their point of pickup based on who they are and who they're guarding, and he's a guy that is a dog as a competitor, so he was doing that on his own in terms of how high he was going up there. He had that little flurry of defensive possessions in the second quarter that I thought really ignited us, and he looked even better on film, going back and watching him. He was really in the spots he needed to be in.
You talk about players impacting a team, but you talk first about them playing the way they play, figuring out their identities. And maybe that's just a framing thing, but has that always been a philosophy of yours to think about individual players first and what they do first and then how it fits into a team, as opposed to team first and individuals next?
Yeah, I think we've probably evolved to that point where it's really like a role definition thing. But I think going up in front of the team and saying, here's your role, here's your role, here's your role, is a little limiting. It feels limiting, I think. And I think it's more about them developing, like I said, an individual style of play that's suited to their strengths and that's impactful and efficient. And impactful meaning it can impact the game, it can impact the team, and efficient meaning, there's things that guys can do, but if they're not the most efficient thing for the team, they should pass on those and allow us to explore a better possession or whatever. So I think if you have a system that's rigid and static and then you're forcing players to fit into it, then it weeds out players that otherwise could maybe help you. But if you start with their strengths, then it allows everybody to have a fingerprint and everybody to have an impact on the team.
I know you take every preseason game with a grain of salt. You guys shot a lot of free throws last night. Do you take a lot of stock in that as any indication of physicality offensively or anything like that?
Yeah, I thought we were on the attack. I thought we did a really good job of creating space for the ball, which allowed us to hit the paint, and also puts individual defenders in a vulnerable situation, when they don't have like primary help. So I thought the movement away from the ball was really good last night, gave the ball room to breathe, and then the guys were on the gas. I thought the system fundamentals on the offensive end from camp really carried over last night in the first half especially, and the system fundamentals defensively didn't as well as they needed to, and so that was a large part of the emphasis in practice today.
Day out, Chet handled everything yesterday, last night, because it was a game everybody had a lot of eyeballs because he and Wemby both playing in the game.
I'm sorry.
Whole day.
Yeah, I thought. I'm sorry. I thought he was great today. He came in with the level of humility that you absolutely have to have if you want to improve as quickly as possible. If you play a lot of games and accumulate the experience, you'll accidentally improve. But if you want to intentionally improve and you want to steepen your growth curve, then you have to kind of wash out the last night's game and get rid of all the emotion from it, whether it's good or bad. I'm sure he had a lot of positive emotions last night. Not only did he play well, but he got back on the court for the first time in over a year. But to his credit, he came in today and washed that away and got back to work because he has a lot to work on, and I thought our whole team did that. I thought that we were collectively disappointed with how we defended in the first half, and we practiced like a team that was disappointed today. I was really, really impressed with the energy level and the engagement of the players.
Did you want to see how that's everything how he would approach the game? Because a lot of attention on Wemby, it'd be attention maybe, hey, I got to match him, he got to match me.
Yeah, that if that were to happen by either of those guys, they would be separating themselves from the team, and that's not the most impactful way to play a team game. It's not tennis, so I thought Chet did I could speak for Chet. I can't speak for him, but I can speak to him. He did a great job of that last night. He was inside the team. He didn't allow the attention on the game to pull him away from the team, and that's an important skill for good players. That's something Shea's had to navigate to this point. Dub's learning that. He was second Rookie of the Year voting. Josh has gone through that a little bit. Obviously Chet now, but hopefully we have an environment that being a part of the team and wanting to be a part of the team is contagious among those guys, and it breathes energy into the rest of the group when that's the case, when guys that could get the individual attention and bask in the light of that are choosing to reconnect to the team. It's powerful.
You're going to get pushed a lot this season. Detroit's got Jalen Durham, pretty physical player. Kind of interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes, for sure. Can't wait.
Thank you, Coach.
Mark was just saying that you guys came out and practiced today like a team that was maybe a little angry about how you played defensively last night. What did that look like on the floor?
Talking about today or last night?
Today.
It was good. It was a way better intensity, and then just that we had in the back of our mind that how we played last night defensively was not our best. I know it's still early in the season. Preseason we getting better, but we got to tighten up on this side. So today we emphasized that a lot.
Regardless of the performance, how did it feel to be back in the building last night and be out there with the guys again and kind of doing that?
Yeah, it felt great. And we had a pretty good crowd. I'm excited to go back and really play in front of all the Thunder fans. That'll be great. But no, it was just nice to go out there, especially Chet. It's Chet. It was his first time. K-Rich didn't play for a long time too, so it was great to be out there with them. And now I'm just looking forward for the season.
It seemed like Casey got a lot of love when he was going through the pregame lineups when his name was called from you guys. Just what was it like seeing a rookie get that opportunity?
It was good. That was his first goal. We're all excited for him. We're all happy for him. And I remember back then, my first time, how my teammates were excited for me when I came out. So it was good to show him love, and it just gave him a lot of confidence.
Yeah, Casey picking up full court, Chet defending the paint, alternate shots, J-Dub making Wemby work, and then you doing your thing. How fun is that on defensive end? Somebody that prides himself on defense.
It's real fun. We have a lot of defenders. We can guard, and we just got to be careful on the fouling, and it's something we're gonna get better at. But we got a lot of guys that can guard, and then that just helps everybody individually. One-on-one or whatever. I know Chet's got my back, and I know I can switch from J-Dub with Casey. So it's just a lot of confidence just being out there with them.
Right. Being out there with him, do you feel like you were a little bit more aggressive on the wing because Chet's back there, or do you feel like you were more yourself?
I'm still myself. I still got to get used to Chet. It's my first time playing with Chet, you know what I mean? But, I know every time he's gonna go get it up there. You know, if he has my back, he'll go block the shot. So, I mean, I'm still getting used to it, but we'll see.
And you get excited about all the versatility that you guys can throw out there on the defensive end.
Yeah, I know. All the stuff that we can do defensively, it's not going to be easy. You know, we just got to time up with the fouls again, but, you know, it's going to be hard.
How was it like guarding someone like Wemby last night?
I didn't really guard him like that, though. But he's a pretty good player. He's tall. He can do a lot with the basketball. He has a great future ahead of him, and, you know, he's just going to get better.
Mark was just saying that, like, with Kaysen last night, when he picks up full court, that they kind of let you guys decide that, right? You decide your pickup point. Do you want to go full court? Do you want to pick him up at half court? Whatever. What's that freedom like as a defender that a coach lets you just decide?
I mean, it's good, and it's trust, you know, and it's not easy to pick up somebody full court. You know, you got to be able to not foul, you know, stay in front of him, and, you know, that's a lot of trust that he gave us and me and Kaysen to do that. And also, Kaysen is just getting used to doing that again. And for me, it just gets me going. You know what I mean? If I just got on the court, it helps me get loose. So that's one of the things I like doing.
You may sorry, go ahead.
You're just a couple of days away from being back in Montreal. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the last time you played like an organized game in your hometown?
It had to be my junior year in high school AAU game. That was the last time I played.
So a lot of years have passed.
Yeah.
What's been the response from your friends and family, just knowing that you're about to be back home in front of them?
They happy. It's going to be a great experience. We got a lot of tickets. Like I said last time, it's not cheap, but I'm excited. It's going to be a great experience. It's something that we will never forget. So, you know, I'm happy to go back there and play in front of them.
I know you've been anticipating that for a long time, but now that it's tomorrow that you're on the flight, does it feel any different?
It's going to hit when I land.
Yeah.
When I land, I'm like, man, I'm really in Montreal during the season. It'll hit, but I'm really looking forward to it.
It's a team trip, so I know you only have so much time, but is there one thing you want to do or one meal you want to get?
After the game, with the team, I want them to try the Haitian food. There's a big Haitian community over there, so if they have time, and I would like them to try it. It has to be after the game, because before the game is a good time. But after the game, if they got a chance to try that, that'll be great.
What are you most looking forward to?
Playing in front of my friends and family. That'll be huge. Yeah.
Are you teaching any French to the teammates?
We got a couple guys here that speak French. I'm still trying to get Sheda, because he's Canadian. He got to speak French, you know what I mean? But I'm still trying to help him on this side. But we got a couple guys that speak French, so it's gonna be nice.